In the previous class, we have seen the common nutritional requirements of various microorganisms. In this class, we will be discussing about the culturing of microorganisms. Microorganisms, you know that the microorganisms are utilized for various industrial purposes, and for that we need to know the nutritional requirements of microorganisms. Based on that, we will be formulating specific media compositions based on the nutritional requirements, and we will be culturing the microorganisms. So a culture medium is a special medium which is used to grow the microorganisms in the laboratory. In the environment, different nutrients are available and the microorganisms are able to grow utilizing this wide range of nutrients commonly available in the environment. And the culture medium that contains that is a special medium which is formulated based on the nutrient requirements of the microorganisms to culture the microorganisms under the laboratory conditions. And a growth or a culture medium, it is composed of different nutrients which are essential for the microbial growth. That means the essential nutrients which need to be supplied for the growth of the microorganisms. And there are different types of microorganisms with different nutritional requirements. So there are different types of culture media also having different composition and which are also utilized for different applications. So based on the consistency, composition and application, there are different types of culture media. So let us see the different types of culture media. So based on the consistency or the physical condition, the culture media are classified into two, that is solid media and liquid media. Solid media, that is solid medium that is used for the isolation of pure bacterial culture, and in this medium there is no free water available, and it is actually made up of a component called agar, which is used to solidify this medium. And agar is a polysaccharide that is obtained from seaweed, and it is the solidifying agent, and it is having certain special characteristics, like it is bacteriologically inert. That means it is not having any nutritional quality. It is actually a substratum on which the bacterial colonies can adhere and grow. So it will not influence the growth of the microorganism, and it remains solid at 37 degrees Celsius, and it is transparent. You should clearly understand that bacteriologically inert means that it is actually a substratum or a medium to which this bacterial colonies can attach and grow, but it is not providing any nutritional, it is not meeting any nutritional requirements. It is bacteriologically inert. Then how these microorganisms are growing? We are actually supplementing the medium with other nutrients, and the bacterial colonies will be utilizing the other nutrients, and agar is only a medium for adhering or a substratum for adhering. Then liquid media, it is actually the main component of liquid medium is water, and the different nutrients are dissolved in this water and is made available for the microorganisms. Then based on the composition and application, the culture media are classified into different types. First one is basal media. Basal medium is a medium which contains the minimal nutrients that are essential for the growth of the microorganisms, and it is actually meant for non-fastidious bacteria. Fastidious bacteria are bacteria with specific nutritional requirements, and non-fastidious bacteria are without any specific nutrient requirements, and they can grow in a medium which is not having any enriched nutrients. It can grow in the minimum available nutrients, and they can synthesize the various cell components on their own. And example of this medium is, this basal medium is nutrient broth and nutrient agar. And Staphylococcus bacteria and Enterobacteriaceae can grow on basal medium. Then synthetic or defined media. Synthetic or defined media means we know the exact composition of the medium very precisely, and it is actually made up of pure substances, and we know the composition, that is the ingredients of the medium as well as their concentration are specifically known, and such media are called synthetic media or defined media. And it is actually utilized to determine the nutritional requirements of bacterial species, and example includes peptone water, which contains about 1% peptone and 0.5% NaCl dissolved in water. That is an example for defined medium. Then complex medium means that it is having different nutrients, a wide range of nutrients, and their composition is not exactly known. We do not know the precise composition of this complex ingredients. For example, the complex media can contain complex ingredients like yeast extract or casein hydrolysate. And this casein hydrolysate and yeast extract, malt extract, etc. Contain different compositions and different chemical compositions, and their concentration is not exactly known, as well as their composition is also not known. Yeast extract is obtained from the yeast hydrolysate. Then casein hydrolysate is obtained from milk. Then beef extract is obtained from beef tissues. Like that, they contain different chemical compositions, but their composition as well as the concentration is not precisely known. And the protein in these extracts are utilized by the microorganisms as they grow, and they are broken down into peptides and amino acids. But we do not know, as a researcher, when we prepare a culture medium for the growth of the microorganisms, we do not know the composition or the amino acids which are present, which might be available for the microorganisms when these proteins are broken down, and also their concentration is not known. We just know that we are adding the yeast extract or the casein hydrolysate or the beef extract or the malt extract, but we do not know what is present in this yeast extract or the casein hydrolysate. Understand? Then a specific amount of these molecules is not precisely determined, but these complex medium can be utilized for the growth of a wide range of bacterial types. Example includes tryptic soy agar and starch casein agar. Then enriched medium, that means it is actually meant for fastidious microorganisms with specific growth requirements. So we are actually, if we want to culture a fastidious microorganism, we know the specific nutritional requirement of the microorganism, and this specific nutrient will be supplemented in the medium for medium for the growth of the microorganism. And such specific nutrients include blood, serum, egg yolk or yeast extract for the purpose of cultivating fastidious microorganisms, and they are prepared by adding additional nutrients. Example of this medium includes chocolate agar, blood agar, etc. If we want to culture a microorganism that is a blood pathogen, it will grow in the laboratory conditions only if blood is supplemented in the medium. So such a medium is called enriched medium. Then selective media. Selective media, it is actually favoring the growth of a particular microorganism over other microorganisms. So this selective medium includes some antibiotics. It can include some antibiotics which is actually inhibiting the growth of some microorganisms. At the same time, it is favoring the growth of other microorganisms. So it is selectively favoring the growth of microorganisms. For example, Thayer-Martin medium. It contains antibiotics, and this medium is specifically meant for the growth of Neisseria gonorrhoeae. So in the picture that is shown above, you can see that the chocolate medium, in the chocolate medium, there is an overgrowth of microorganisms. So different bacteria are growing in the chocolate medium, but whereas in the Thayer-Martin medium, only Neisseria gonorrhoeae is able to grow, whereas the other microorganisms are inhibited because of the presence of certain antibiotics. Then the Mekonghi agar medium, that is selectively favoring the growth of gram-negative organisms, and gram-positive organisms are not able to grow in Mekonghi agar medium. Then differential media. Differential media, it is actually revealing the specific metabolic characteristics. So the microorganisms, there are different types of microorganisms and their metabolic characteristics will be different. That means some microorganisms may be able to utilize certain substrates, whereas the other microorganisms are not able to utilize certain substrates. This is because of the difference in the enzymes that these microorganisms are able to produce. So that is a metabolic difference. So the differential media contains some ingredients which reveal the metabolic differences among these microorganisms. For example, some microorganisms may be able to grow equally well in different microorganisms may be able to grow equally well in a specific medium, but they may be having different metabolic characteristics. And this metabolic difference is revealed by this differential medium. When I say about an example, you will get more clarity about this. For example, Mekonghi agar, it is actually a selective medium as well as a differential medium. Mekonghi agar is selectively favoring the growth of gram-negative bacteria. So there are different gram-negative bacteria and they are able to grow equally well in Mekonghi agar, but they will be having certain metabolic differences. For example, some bacteria are able to utilize lactose and other bacteria are not able to utilize lactose. So if we add lactose in the Mekonghi agar medium, and these microorganisms are grown in this medium. Here in this picture, in the picture that is shown below, you can see that two different bacterial cultures are grown in Mekonghi agar medium, that is having lactose, and the colonies that are shown on the left side, they are able to utilize lactose. They are lactose fermenting colonies, and they develop a pink color when they utilize lactose. And the non-lactose fermenting colonies, they do not show any color change. So the metabolic difference of this of these two microbial cultures are revealed by this Mekonghi agar, and such media which are utilized to reveal the metabolic differences among the microorganisms, they are called differential media. Thank you.